Hello, everyone. Let's see how this is going. First live in like forever, so let's give it a minute. Okay, my name is Luba Carlson, and this is Gratitude or Journaling. Welcome, welcome. Let me know who's here. Since I'm live, we can actually have a conversation, and it's not just watching a replay. So if you're here, please let me know. I'm gonna give it, I know it's that boring first couple minutes of lives, like when we're waiting for people to pop on. I want to know if you can hear me well, because I was dealing with some sound issues just a minute ago. So I would like to know if you can hear me well. Just it's like somebody say something, right? All right, so we are here to do some gratitude or journaling, and I am so happy you're here. I'm going to pull out a couple of journals to flip through while we talk about it, and I'm also going to maybe switch the camera a little bit. Let's see what the best way would be to do this. Maybe this way. Perfect. Okay. So I've been doing gratitude art journaling for 3 years right now, and I have found out that this has been the best thing that I have found for myself and for my self-care and for my self-development as well. And if you have been following me, then you know what this is about. But if this is your first time here and you haven't heard about it, you have no idea what's going on, please let me know. Just put number 1 in there. I'll know that this is your first time. Excuse me. Ooh, where did that come from? Melanie, thank you so much for letting me know that the sound is coming through. Again, I haven't done lives in almost a year, so I'm a little bit wonky. Haven't been a lot. It's been a long time. Okay, so my gratitude art journaling journey started 3 years ago, and I wanted to quickly flip through this. Hi, Roxanne, welcome. First time, awesome. And show you like a few pages of from my old journals that are already done, because I want you to see that gratitude art journaling does not require anything special in a way. You know, you can do this with dried plants. Like here, I have some dried plants glued on, some collage, some writing, some mixed media, right? Or you can just use a pencil and draw something. It's, oh, Melanie is so sweet. I have to do this here. This is so sweet, Melanie. Thank you. I am so glad to be live and to be able to do this live. And so what I'm trying to tell you guys is that very often when we look at people doing or working in their journals, we feel like, oh my gosh, I can never do this. This is so much. There's so many different supplies she's using. How am I ever going to keep up with this? I don't even know where to start. It is great to be live again. I love that. And I want to tell you a couple of things about gratitude or journaling, okay? So the first thing is to make it simple, okay? If you can make it simple, then you can stick with this practice. Don't feel like you have to have all the supplies that are out there. All right. So while I'm working, you will see me going up and down again back to this shelf behind me. And that shelf did not happen overnight. That shelf is pretty much 3 or 4 years of arts and crafting and like collecting supplies and all of that. So that being said, I do not want you to feel like you cannot do this because you do not have access to like a full craft store, right? If you have some sort of paper that you can write on, a notebook, maybe just a printer paper that maybe you could fold and make it in a book, or like an old book, like this used to be a book that I repurposed into a journal. Just use that. Use what you have. Use the supplies that you have, okay? So this is one thing that I really like to do. And another thing that I want to share with you is make it easy, make it small. Okay, don't feel like you have to do like a full spread in one sitting time. It can feel like a lot. It can feel a little bit overwhelming. Also, it's okay to like start on a page and finish that page next week, or start on a page and then come back to that same page, in 2-3 weeks. It's okay. It all works. It's your journal. It's not to show somebody, right? It's for you to go through your own experiences. So what I usually do for my practice is I pull out my journal, the one that I'm working in right now, and I started back with my live in-person in-person gratitude or journaling classes back too here in Omaha. And so so we started with that, and we only pulled out pencils. I pulled out pencils, markers, crayons, and a Sharpie. And that's all we had, okay? And so that was the page that I did last time. Before that, I do lots of collage. I'm really drawn to to florals right now, so I do a lot of that. But all of that being said, here's what we're gonna do. Oh my goodness, look, it's the last page on this spread of this journal. Can I show you this journal? Do you want to see? Because if you haven't been here, I've got to show you because I'm so beloved. It's like an accordion fold, and it just opens and opens and opens and opens, and it just keeps going. It's huge. But I have gotten to, I'm on the last page here, so I'm going to be working on this spread right here. So I'm going to move it out of the way a little bit. So pull out something that you're going to be working on, okay, or in, your choice, what that is going to be. And then the next thing I do is I pull out the prompt. And I have made these cards. I'm sure if you've seen me before, you know that these are gratitude prompts. And this is all art from my journals and my other stuff. So this is all my art, and they're just prompts, okay? And it just makes it interesting to pull something out because you never know what you're going to work on. So, it says, what is your favorite smell? So I'm going to move it closer to here so you can see it. So this is our prompt. What is your favorite smell? And what does this have to do with gratitude, right? Well, smells bring wonderful memories, right? That's why they're favorite smells, because when you smell it, it makes you remember something. So it might make you think about something special that happened in your life, right? That is connected to that smell. Why did I put this away? I usually keep them. I usually keep the card out so that I do not forget. And once I have my card, I like to pull out, 2 or 3 things off the shelf and decide what I'm going to work on. So let's see, what should we pull out? We have a whole huge whole huge shelf here full of stuff. Let's see. Maybe I should use this book. Have I done it? Oh, I have done it. Well, oh well, why not? So I'm gonna use this. I want to pull out a magazine. So we'll see, maybe we'll find something in there. Obviously, if paper goes on, we're gonna need glue. So these are the ones that I use. My dog got a hold of it. That's why it looks like this. I really like this one, Scotch Permanent Glue Stick. I really like this one. And I have been really happy with this one. It's super inexpensive. It's purple one. And I've been real happy with how it's been working for me. Let's see, maybe, what else could we get? Ooh, I haven't pulled my box with washi tape in the longest time. So let's do that. Now, talk to me, okay? So in the comments, that's why I'm doing this live, because this way we get to talk and it's not just me, dumping all the information on you, but you can participate in the conversation. So when we talk about smells, when we talk about memories, what comes up to mind? What do you love? What makes you happy? I absolutely love this washi tape. It says, "Oh, happy day." I love these kids. I don't know, postage something. So share with me. For me, my favorite smell is peonies. I absolutely love smell of the peonies. And I even know why. I will even tell you why later. I will wait for you guys to share what's yours. Okay. So I'm just gonna go through this and see what I can find, if I can find anything. Sometimes I don't find anything. I just decide that not good enough. And yeah. So usually when you take a class online, it's a product-based class, right? Because it's like they show you, oh, we're gonna paint this picture, right? And then they tell you step by step how to paint this picture. And that's exactly how my paint classes work. But art journaling class, it's more of a process. It's more, oh my gosh, I love this one. Okay, I'm gonna be trying to remember it. And because everybody who's watching has access to their own thing, right? You can only do your own things. You can't have the same, I mean, you probably might, but chances are very slim that you have the same book that I do, right? So it's about the process, about how we're doing things. And talking about it and feeling through it, right? And doing all of these things. Roxanne says, the smell of baking, particularly chocolate cupcakes. Yum! I love that. And Teresa says, new mown grass. Ooh, I love that smell too. Yeah, I love the smell of peonies because growing up, peonies would bloom at the end of the school year. And when we would have the last day of the school, we would bring flowers to our teachers, and many, many times we would bring peonies. And so that smell for me is like beginning of the summer break, kind of starting the fun times and like all of that good stuff. And so that's why, to me, peonies is what makes me Peonies is what makes me super happy. You know what? I think I really like this page for that because let me bring it up higher. I really like this to start with because it's it reminds me of the city where I'm from, like the big buildings and the windy roads and the bridges and all of that. It just makes me feel of the times when I was in high school and we had like time to hang out with friends and we went everywhere downtown and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. So that's my first. That's where I'm gonna be what I'm gonna be starting with. I'm working on my background first. Okay. Let's see. Eleni says one of my favorite smells is the filling for Polish mushroom dumplings. Ushka. I make every Christmas Eve. Oh, I want to be invited. I'm sure it's delicious. I am Ukrainian, and so Polish food is close to me also. So I love that. Angie says, "Hey, Luba, sure miss you." Oh, hi, Angie. All right. Okay, so I have my background. Now let's see. Maybe we can find something in the magazine that would bring me to like make me feel like that. I don't know. Sometimes I just see something and sometimes I don't. And there are times that like this page, right? There is nothing about it that tells peonies kind of, but it screams peonies to me because of all the colors in here. I'm gonna rip this out and maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't. We'll see. Just kind of go through your things and decide what you want to use for your background, for maybe what's going higher, like leveling this, bringing this up. Oh, this looks good. Right, hyper focus, but tiramisu ice pops look delicious. That is going not into my collage pile, but into my to cook pile. Do you have a pile like that? I have Candy who says, ooh, let's try again. Here we go. One of my favorite smells is Italian escarole soup that I made during the holidays. Yum. I don't think I ever had that. And I don't know. I'm kind of I don't think I don't know. But yum, right? Yum. Love that. Do you know that like how much smell is connected to the food and how food is connected to something special? So I want you to think right now, I want us all to think about that special time that the smell is connected to in our minds and think about that time and think about those special moments that you are grateful for, that you remember, that make you feel so good. Candy says it's close to what a lot of people in restaurants call Italian wedding soup. Ah, okay, yeah. Super cool. I love that. So, yeah, think back to like what Teresa said, new mown grass. What does it bring? What is that special memory that comes up for you when you think about it? So we like going back to like high school and peony smell and the end of the school year. We were poor, like we had no money. We had, very limited resources, and still somehow we had so much fun together. Yeah. somehow so it kind of makes me feel special remembering that time and the friendships that were made back then and all the things that we had time for. We really don't have that kind of time anymore. You know, right? There's a big difference between being 16 and being 45. And I'm sure there's different age groups represented here, right? Oh, color, like the color. Interesting. Yeah. Just again, just go through your stash. I'm sure you have a stash. And if you don't have a stash, you can just start drawing things, you know? It's all good. Or start, oh my goodness, what did I pick? It's real simple. There should be more interesting things. Color. Oh, I have an idea. I think I know what I'm doing. Yep. Look at all of this blue. Oh, I'm keeping this magazine for future. Look at all of the blue shades that we can get out of here. It's awesome. Okay, I got a little bit distracted. Let's see. We have Angie saying, "A special memories back to my toddler years, grandpa loading hay in barn, milking cows, and snapping green beans, grilled corn on cob, large farm on the farmer's market." Yeah. Those are beautiful memories, aren't they? Candy, for me, the holiday soup smell is related to a big family all getting together on the holiday, laughing and talking. Yeah, I love that. Tanya drew a vase of roses, but from the top view, roses smell so wonderful. Oh, they do. They do. Oh, I love this. Look at that. This is like ready for, this is like a journal ready picture right here. And this one too. Look at that. Oh, that's a, like, I just fussed about the magazine and now I'm happy about it. Look at me. Okay, pink colors. Perfect. Look at that. Scent your world. We're just talking about your favorite smell and we found something that says scent in it. So that's a good combo. I'm doing this. I am totally doing this. I have a plan. Okay, I have a plan. Who else has a plan? Yellow flowers in a vase. Yes, yes, exactly, Angie. I thought they looked pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna put my magazines back. I can even reach. That's nice. Usually when I do this, I end up walking across the room to get all my stuff, but I decided to bring my shelf up closer. Okay. So there's going to be a little bit of cutting, which is fine. I found these. They have some letters on them. I don't know if I would use them. We'll see. So let me know what you're doing. I know Tanya decided to draw a vase of roses. What are you doing? I got me chai latte from a store down the street. It's delicious. It's so good. Okay, so what am I going to do? Because I want my town and I want it to kind of fit the best I can. So I really want this whole page covered. So I'm just gonna try and play with pieces and make it happen. Angie's watching first time. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I believe that gratitude is the best way to get heard when you want to get heard. And I know that we all go through hard times and some easier times. It just depends on what's happening in life, right? But when we find that ability in us to see the positive and to say thank you for the positive, and it doesn't matter if you say that thank you to God or to like higher power, or it doesn't matter. It all goes in the same ears. It doesn't matter what you call it. And I call it God. Other people call it higher power. I have a lot of friends who call it universe. Whatever works for you it works. It's good. But the more we express gratitude, the more that higher power is willing to listen to us. And when they listen to us, they do not just hear the gratitude, they also hear the needs and what we want and what we're looking for and the problems. And they do pay attention to us when we start sharing that gratitude. But the best part of it, I think, is that if you try and stick with the practice for a few days, you will start noticing a lot of positive changes in your life. Yeah. And so I started gratitude art journaling because I was just looking for time to kind of slow down and find some peace in my life. I was a stay-at-home mom, but like a kind of in an interesting way, because I was stay-at-home mom, I was homeschooling, and I was also trying to find a way to have some sort of a business. I was still figuring it all out. And I went through a whole lot of different self-development books. I tried a whole lot of different approaches. And one of them suggested gratitude journaling. But the problem with me is that, believe it or not, I have a mathematical background. I have a master's in math. And my brain is very structured. So I do not like to write a lot. And so to me, gratitude journaling turned into bullet journaling, which didn't take much time at all to do. Oh, no, that's upside down. No, Luba, pay attention. Pay attention, Luba. That was upside down. That was not the way I wanted it done. Okay, now we're talking. Whoops. So yeah, and so I started doing it as a bullet journal, and I realized that I really wanted to spend more time in my gratitude rather than just write, I write 2-3 points in like 2 minutes and I'm done. I wanted to spend more time in it. So I started to add like embellishments and fun things, and eventually it turned into this. And I have learned that gratitude is really the driving force for any change in my life. And when I figured that out, I knew I'm supposed to share it with others. And this is why we're doing this. This is why it's live on YouTube, because really I could have just, sit in my room by myself and work in my journal, right? But it really is a driving force for any kind of change. And change is achievable and possible. Okay. Let's go back to the comments. Here, Candy says, I do have a gratitude journal that I write in and say gratitudes out loud daily. Ooh, I love that. I absolutely love that, because then your gratitude, it's not like you're using more than one way to express it. You write it and then you say it out loud, which makes it louder, I guess, right? It's easier to hear it. I love that. Absolutely love that. Yeah. So when I glue things down, I like to kind of press them down with my hands, especially if it's just a glue stick. It really helps to bond paper to paper. Okay, and then also, like, sometimes I see pieces that need help gluing. The stick is almost empty. I see a shopping trip in my future, like I'm running out of supplies. And so as you're working on this, as you're working on your page, keep going back to, okay, what am I making? What am I doing? Okay. Angie says, let's paint those flowers, Yuba. Angie, I am sorry, but those flowers do not work with my memory. Okay. So if you would like to paint them, go ahead. I'm working on my prompt, right? What works for me, and you working on what works for you. So let me see. I need scissors. It helps to be tall, I can reach pretty much. I can reach a lot of things. Okay, so I wonder if I can make enough. I can get enough of this color. It's so pretty. And so sometimes when you work on this, kind of, when you're doing this, you might want to make something that looks exactly what you're talking about, right? So like, I am going to try and create peonies out of using this magazine paper. And oh my gosh, there is an actual peony. I didn't even see it. Do you see it? I think it's a peony. It's right next to a lilac. I'm pretty sure it's a peony. Oh, I am so saving this. So sometimes I just go quite literal on the prompt and create things that are literally that, yeah. And then sometimes it looks nothing like anything. It's super abstract. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as I'm doing this with the attitude that this is done as my gratitude, to show my gratitude for something. It really doesn't matter what goes on the paper. What matters really is that we took the time out of our days, out of our daily lives, and we devoted it to expressing gratitude. You know? um, how to make your picture. And yeah, I'm not sure which picture. I'm gonna save this word. It's a scent. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm gonna save it. There's a lot of beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous pink. I want it all. Okay, now I'm seeing this greenery and I really like it, and it has nothing to do with peonies, but it is super pretty. So I'm gonna save it and see if I'll use it. Okay, something here, something there. Okay, and sometimes we have, so sometimes I just do like a lot of collage, and sometimes it's paint, and sometimes it's watercolor, and sometimes it's some sort of uh, like I would use some fabric and the ribbons and stuff like that. Just interesting things, just using things that I have to create pages, and then more pages, and more pages of gratitude. Okay, so going back to your favorite smell and your favorite memories, I want you to I want to encourage you to maybe think about people that are involved into that memory. Who is who's a part of that memory? Okay. So Angie, these are not stickers. These are magazine pages. I just cut out some magazine pages, and I'm just gonna cut a whole lot of petals. And they're all gonna be different shapes, different sizes, and that's exactly what I want. So who are the people that are part of this memory? And why are these people important? And what makes you feel, why you're grateful for them, all of that. Yeah. So since for me it's the end of a school year, maybe I'll keep this big. It's my teachers, my friends. I was blessed to have wonderful teachers in my life. Must have was great to have good teachers. So I'm just cutting out some random shapes that I think I can use for my peony flower. As a reminder of how it makes me feel. Just cutting out a lot of pieces. And I'm also turning them all the pink side up so that I can see the color. Yep. This is a nice strip of pink. I'm just gonna fold it, make like longer petals. Like that. Okay, another piece. Again, just folding it over and over and just cutting out something that would resemble a petal shape. Just like that. There's going to be a lot of gluing today. Kind of funny. But I'm sure it'll work. I have these beautiful colors. So pretty. Let's see. So now we know this is a trash bag and a dress. But I'm pretty sure that once I cut them out, they are not gonna look like that. So again, going for maybe some longer ones. Look at that. Look at the texture on it. That's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Okay. So one last one. This is the last piece. And after that one, I'm going to start putting this together. So we do not sit here for hours, right? So I do try to limit my sessions to 1 hour because otherwise it really becomes a little bit too overwhelming. I'd rather do it twice for 1 hour than sit for 2 hours at a stretch. But like if you're doing this with me, if you noticed, maybe you didn't, but like I notice that I keep thinking about that wonderful peony smell that brings so many good memories to me. And this is what I call sitting in gratitude, sitting with your gratitude. Yeah. Look at that. How perfect are they? Beautiful colors. Absolutely beautiful colors. And they kind of even cut out like little butterflies even. Oh, maybe I should save some for butterfly. Look at that. It's an accident, but that's a beautiful one. Ooh, I'm saving them. I'm saving them. I'm not ripping these apart. I'm going to save those for my butterflies. It's fun. They are gorgeous. Okay, time to assemble. So I'm going to start with my biggest petals. I think I'm going to make my flower pretty big. If you're doing something like this, it might be helpful to draw a circle if you need a visual. But I think I'm okay. I'm just gonna do a circle with my glue and just put the first set of petals in. As long as there's some glue to hold them down, that's all I want. I am not worried about making sure that the whole petal is glued to the page. As long as all the glue is covered, I am pretty happy with that. So that's my first layer. And there we go, putting some more in. This is supposed to be easy and fun. Yeah, that's why in the beginning I said, keep it simple. Don't try to overthink it and make it something that it's not, because then it's not fun. Ooh, these. More layers. Just allow some of it to shine through, maybe. I cannot believe I found these colors in the magazine. Usually for me, it's a little bit hard to find the right colors that I want. Usually I want, let's say if I want pink, all I can find is blue. So yeah, here we go. So I'm just closing onto the center. Close in. And then there's the center. So I think, whoop, got a little bit carried away with the glue. So I'm going to add a light center. Okay. It's a peony, isn't it? Looks like one. Doesn't smell like one. But it's good. My favorite smell. So that's good. Now I'm gonna put this one somewhere. Oh, that's too, it's really small. I want a bigger one. So, ooh, butterflies. It always comes together. You know, it's a matter of trusting that things will come together for you and they will look great. Nope, there's no room for that one for some odd reason. I really like those butterflies though. And I really like this kind of super busy black and white background that kind of sets the things together. Love it. Okay, let's put some. I don't like that I'm doing glue on the table. Let's not do that. I have a whole bin of old catalogs I use for gluing because that's all that they're good for. And then I don't feel bad for throwing them away. So this way you don't mess up your table with all that glue. What's coming up for you, like as you are working or maybe just watching and maybe thinking more about your favorite smell and what makes it your favorite smell? What's coming up? I was just thinking, I'm trying to think more about it. And yes, peonies is my favorite smell, but also growing up, we had this salad that we would make. Oh no, I just broke my butterfly. I'll have to put it together on the paper. That we would make for holidays only. And it was a traditional salad that almost every family would make. And we lived in this huge apartment building. So we had, let me think, we had 9 floors, 4 apartments on every floor. So that would be 36, right? So 36 families. And at least 30 out of those 36 families would make the same salad. And the building, the smell of the building, like it smelled like a holiday because everybody was making the same thing. And like we had like variations, of course, but excuse me, that was a different thing also. And I'm going to take a sip. And so that smell is also one of my favorite smells. And it makes me think about holidays and getting together with my family and celebrating things. So that's also interesting. That's an interesting memory. Okay, so I want to give the butterflies some sort of a body, and I'm just going to do it with a Sharpie because I do not want to do anything else right now. I don't want to go and pull out huge art supplies. I'm just going to add the body. And it seems, or is it antennae? You can't even see that, I guess. No, they're there. I think what I can do, I can use my white pen, see if it works. And the white, if it doesn't work, then I can use a Posca pen. Okay, let's get a white pen. So when you want to add some white to your work, hold on, I'll show you the other trick that I've discovered that works very well. Oh, where's my musket? Uh-oh. Oh, here they are. Never mind. For some reason, I put them all the way on the top of the shelf. So, when you want to add something white, these pens work great. It's a Uniball Signal. Uniball Signal UM153. You can see it very well. But these pens are great. You can always use a Posca pen. They come with different tip sizes. So like this one is this is medium size, I call it. You can get something finer, like a fine tip. But I also noticed that a metallic silver Sharpie also makes very nice, nice like highlights, okay, in the journal. So I'm just gonna go with that, and I'm going to outline petals. Just I don't feel like maybe all of them need it, but some just brings it up a little bit. Kind of makes it look more interesting, maybe. So ask yourself about what else. I do the what else all the time. What is your favorite smell? Oh, this and that. What else? What else is your favorite? Why? What? You know? So let's. Oh. Okay, that's the wing. Let's just go around it with a silver Sharpie. See what it did? Kind of. Oh, I love that. I love the look of this. And then another. What else? Oh, it's fall, coming to fall. And we were in Des Moines, Iowa this weekend, and I got to go to Des Moines Farmers Market. If you ever are in Des Moines in the summer, don't miss that. It is so fun. It's huge. There's so much good stuff. There's so much food. I can't even tell you. But why I'm telling you this is because I ended up buying a huge bag of apples, and I wanted to make a large batch of what's it called? Oh my gosh, apple butter, apple butter. But then I left that bag on my counter until today, and it's Thursday. So it was on the counter for 4 days. It's not too long for apples, I don't think. Well, I pulled my apples out, and like 2/3 of them were soft and brown on the inside. So I was super upset. But that's not the point why I'm telling you this. Why I'm telling you this, though, is that another smell that I love is the apple, like cooked apples. Apple pie, apple crisp, apple butter. I love making apple cake. I don't know if you've ever had that. That's also super traditional for where I'm from. Um, did I say applesauce? Ooh, my family, they love applesauce. So out of that whole huge bag that I got at the market, I was able to make 2 cups of applesauce because all the other apples really went bad. Like I tried to cut around them and it did not work. Anyway, that being said, right, I just added another smell that I'm grateful for, another smell that makes me happy to my list, right? And then what's going to happen with this is what, like, how this works really, is that when I'm at a store somewhere, right, or at the restaurant or somewhere else, and I smell this kind of smell, I smell apples or that salad or peonies, I already like trained my brain that this is a happy memory, and so it will make me super happy again. So I, instead of reliving my trauma and like, sad things, I am helping myself to live through good things over and over and over again. So it's kind of another benefit of gratitude journaling, and the benefit of gratitude art journaling to me is that I get to spend more time thinking about the same thing and being grateful for the same very thing for a longer time, and then it settles in my brain much better. Now, please tell me if that all makes sense. I'm going to look up if I see any comments. I kind of got super busy drawing, so I wasn't really looking. And she says, you're making me hungry. And then she says, fresh handmade bread making in oven. Oh, yes. Yes, I bake a lot of bread. And my family is like, when they see me pulling out the bread bowl, I have special bread bowls that I use. They get so happy. I used to just make 1 loaf. Then I started making 2 loaves. Now I bake 4 loaves at a time because my family loves bread. Okay. So see how silver made this super shiny? I like that. So like this is nothing special, right? We didn't use any special super artsy supplies. We have all the color comes from magazine pages. We got the Sharpie and glue sticks and the background from a coloring book. Angie, I do not can apple butter. I just make enough to eat right away. I'm scared of canning. I haven't done it. Haven't done it a lot at all. Okay, so what should we do? Should we add a word or should we not? Let's see. Yes, it wants to be added. Wants to be on there. So I'm going to go to my Glue Pages. And I'm going to add. So I will be doing this every Thursday at 4 p.m. You know what? I'll take this back. I might switch to like 3:30. I will put it on a thing, but but this is, if this is right up your alley, and if you like this, click the like, subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow. And it also tells me that you saw value here. So that's kind of always good to hear. And I am going to grabbing my aquarellable black pencil, if I can find it. Nope, that's not aquarellable. Here. So I really like that aquarellable black pencil. And with that, I'm gonna need a little bit of water. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of water so that I can do the next step. And Tanya says, hold on, I'll find it. Here we go. Tanya says, I have made a page with papers I've had for 20 years. I remember the smell of the street in Toronto and going to restaurants and interesting shops with my friends. I have drawn the street and added it. Oh my gosh, I love that. I absolutely love that. This is what we're talking about when we have this little prompt, right? And we keep opening it like this Russian nesting doll, just finding more and more and more things that are there. One of the papers has flowers petals on it. Oh, it's Spadina A, but has a lot of Chinese business. Ooh. I was thinking, okay, and then Tanya says, I was thinking of doing another page with coffee. Oh, yes. I love pages with coffee. They're so fun. Okay, so my plan is to go around and just kind of darken a little bit around the flower. And then around the butterflies. Just darken to help it stand out. See, like it immediately looks different. And there's different things that we can do about it. I just love this. I love my aquarellable. Okay, I am going to sharpen it so if it's too loud, I apologize. Am I? Oh my gosh, I thought I would be done in an hour. And I just started going and I'm still going. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this and then I'm gonna be done. But if I had a little bit more time, what I would have done, I would have grabbed my watercolors and colored some of the houses on here, like added a little bit more color. I was just thinking about doing that. And then I saw my kid texted me. And then I thought, why is he texting me? I'm working. If he's texting me because I'm working and I should not be anymore. Isn't it funny? Okay. Oh, Angie's reminding us to, thank you, Angie, to click the bell to get notifications every time she goes live. Thank you, Angie. I really like how, let's see, really like how you're outlining your collages. Thank you. Teresa says, I remember running barefoot in the grass waiting for fireworks. Oh, that is such a beautiful memory. Oh, I love that. Uh-huh. And Tanya says, people should send their work and then you put it in a gallery on your Facebook. Ooh, would you like to do that? Well, if you want to send me something on Facebook, I'm just gonna try and type it in if I can. It's the same Luba Carlson artist. Like I have it everywhere. And I'm sure you've seen it because you probably signed up to this. Like that's how you learned about this is through Facebook, right? That would be a fun idea. So if you're doing this and you did a page and you would like to share it with the world, you can send me a message on Facebook to Luba Carlson Artist. Include your image and just say like share my journal or something like that. And I will figure out the way to put the things together. If I have a few of them, then maybe I'll make like a reel or a slideshow, something like that, with some fun music. And we can celebrate your gratitude. I love that idea. I want to celebrate your gratitude because it's worth it. Yeah, Angie, it is. The whole page name is Luba Carlson Artist and Speaker, but if you're just looking for it, you can just do the tag at Luba Carlson Artist. I did not change that whole thing. I did not add speaker to it because it becomes too long to type in for people. Okay. I'm going to stop here. I think this looks great. I think so if you're doing something like that and if you want to add some color, I would go with something on the opposite side from the color wheel. So probably I would go with some blues and cool tones, but this looks good. This looks good to me. I love it. Okay, you guys. So again, if you would like to send me your page, please do. If you enjoyed this, like the video, subscribe, click the bell, and I will be back next Thursday. The notification will be on Facebook. The notification will be on YouTube right here. I think it will be 3:30. I have a class at 2 here in the studio, 2 to 3, and then I just need half an hour to kind of set this up so that we can start, and then it saves me half an hour. Okay, love you, and I will see you in the next video. I surely hope you had fun. Bye.